The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Media Mash,
A roundtable of Cowboys insiders
dropping wisdom
and offering sizzling takes
on the current state of your Dallas Cowboys.
Now, your host,
Newy Scruggs.
It is time for the Media Mash as we get ready for the Cowboys-Eagles coming up on Sunday at Jerry World. Short week for the Cowboys. They play Monday night in Las Vegas. Dominant victory there, but they get ready for the World Champions. And then after that, it's 4 days until the Kansas City Chiefs come to Jerry World for Thanksgiving Day. So it's not the 3 games in 12. It's really 11 because this thing is a shorter one here. So we got Jean-Jacques Taylor, the author and former beat writer for the Cowboys, joining us here. Bobby Belt, 105.3 The Fan. He covers the Cowboys for them. And I'm Newy Scruggs. So, Jock, This stretch is a tough one. But at the same time, if the Cowboys are going to make a move, they need to get these 2 games. And I'll say this.
Go on, say it. Go on, say it. What you gonna say?
Gettable, because you have faced the Eagles before. Your run defense is better, and Kansas City ain't Kansas City. So, you got Super Bowl teams from last year. All right, go ahead.
Now, here's it.
Go ahead, poo-poo.
I'm not finna poo-poo. You know what I said, man? I'm not gonna steal your line. But if you want, Bobby will appreciate that. If you want to put that tab on your tongue and take a trip, here's how you can do it. Now, I'm not doing it, but lots of folks out there in podcast land want to do it. And the way you can take that trip is you can say, if the Cowboys are no longer the worst defense in the league, but the 24th worst defense in the league, if you want to go there, the beauty of it is your offense been good almost all year. Philadelphia is offensively challenged. Kansas City is offensively challenged. Detroit is offensively challenged. If you can just be bad and not terrible on defense, you have a chance if you want to put that tab on your tongue.
Okay, so.
And ride with the offense.
Now, I'm going to go with something somebody else once told me.
But you like to inject
Bobby.
it in your veins. That's the problem with you.
So, Bobby, what somebody once told me, I don't know if you ever heard this, sports is fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It is.
That's all I'm saying.
What's true today might not be true an hour from now.
Okay, so that's it. I mean, while Gerald Wayne Jones went on 105.3 The Fan to say that, you know what, cavalry's coming, reinforcements are coming.
Nah.
It's the Raiders.
Right.
But what you saw, and you know, Philadelphia's a much better. Philadelphia's here. The Raiders are down there.
Right.
Raiders are, but it's better than what we have seen. And that same defense, which has been bad.
No, it's been terrible.
Okay.
They trying to get the bad.
Yeah.
But they've been terrible.
Tragic. It's been tragic.
Yeah.
Had them in position to win in Philadelphia. The offense was the one who needed to do their part.
That was long. That don't even count, man. That team don't even exist no more.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
It don't even exist. We can't even talk about that game.
That defense, okay, I'm just saying that defense is now better.
Yeah, and their offense is worse, which is why you have a chance. Now, you know, I think they'd be lucky to win one of these 3. But there are ways they can win all 3. Don't you think, Bobby?
Yeah, look, I told you right after the Quinnen trade, I said my call was the rest of the way they were going to go 6-2 is what I thought.
You said that?
6-2.
What kind of 100-proof bottle you sucking out of?
Because here's the thing. Here's the way you look at it.
Talk to him, Bobby.
The way you look at it, I think that basically you just need to fight for a split between Philly, Kansas City, Detroit, and then maybe the Chargers. But the Chargers just had one of the worst losses in the NFL this past weekend.
Because you got the last 2.
Inexcusable. Yeah, you got Washington, you got the Giants, you got Minnesota in there. I think you match up well with Minnesota. You just took care of the Raiders. And, yeah, it's the Raiders, but the standard or the way it should be measured or looked at, the way I've talked about it this week is, yeah, but there are other teams that you think are better than Dallas that have not played the Raiders that well. Not that you are all of a sudden some world leaders, but you can only play who you play, and they've not been able to beat down teams like that.
You've been losing to Arizona, so
yeah.
you beat the Raiders, doggone it. Hey, good. So I'm not going to, it is what it is.
When Dak turned over that ball, when he had that fumble, 3 weeks ago, the Raiders are probably scoring a touchdown. They're not kicking a field goal there.
Yeah. I can see that.
And so those are the kind of differences. That's what the whole reason with Quinnen and Logan, the offense had been good enough that it was like, if you can add them, and more than that, now you've added Overshown and Ezraku's starting to play better, and you've brought Hooker back, and Hooker made a big difference in this game the other day. is that you've changed all 3 levels of the defense, and all you need is 1 to 2 extra stops a game than you were getting.
Carson was
solid.
He was effective in the game. You saw Ravel come and put some plays out there. So, look, we're Bland almost had an interception. So I understand it. I get it all day long, man. It's the Raiders. They're not a good organization. But the Arizona Cardinals aren't any good either, and they came in your house and just took you apart.
You know, what Bobby's saying is right. Instead of giving up 55% of the scoring drives, can you give up 45%?
That's literally margins enough for you to win 3 of your games this season.
Right. Instead of being 32nd and third down conversion, if you can go, like you said, 25,
Can be 25.
I mean, you go from being an F student to a D. If you're a D student, they can make that work a little bit.
If you make those changes, if you get 1 to 2 extra stops a game, you end up beating Green Bay.
Yes.
You end up beating Carolina. You maybe end up beating Philadelphia in the opener. I mean, that's the kind of margins that we're talking about, where the offense has been good enough. You've just needed, help me a little. Just give me a little bit of help. And there's
a little bone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think they've got a defense right now that it looks like can give them at least a little bit of help. Not world beaters, but just don't be 32nd.
Right.
Quinnen Williams is the real deal. He is an elite player.
But did you think he wouldn't?
No, but it's just I've watched him back at Alabama, just to see what I think all of us have seen what you hope a trade can do. Okay, hey, this guy comes, it's what you hope he could do. Like Nico. Nico had this vision of Anthony Davis, and for 20 minutes it happened, and then
let's not say like Nico.
I was gonna say, man.
And then
ruined the whole vibe.
Quinnen Williams has played more than Anthony Davis has already.
Yes, but then it all went poof, and so for Quinnen Williams, man, the guy did everything. You saw that little picture you saw the photo of Jerry, and he's that guy. And to see the doubles, and then to see where this is the best version of Kenny Clark. When Jerry tried to sell us as Kenny Clark, he was trying to sell us like he was Quinnen Williams. He ain't that. But to see Kenny Clark playing next to him, now you're seeing, hey, man, you leave this dude one-on-one, it's trouble. And now you're seeing Oso Diggy's one-on-one is trouble because he got a double Quinnen.
To me, it's really, it's a different position. It's not that much different than Micah. Micah makes everybody else better because of his skill set. So you replaced him. You traded him, but then you didn't add nothing for 8 weeks. Then you added somebody who's like that at a different position. And so guess what? All the guys around him are playing better because this dude is a difference maker.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Bobby. Isn't that what Jerry wanted originally and then had to pivot to the Packers? Wanted Quinnen Williams?
So, yeah, Quinnen and obviously, given the context of us being on DallasCowboys.com, there were others, I'm sure, that we would know about that we wouldn't be able to say. But now that Quinnen Williams is here, they wanted Quinnen, and they were told initially no.
Yeah. So it worked out.
So they ended up getting who they wanted and gained some space in the second, from the second to the first round. Basically, they flipped positions, and this is where it's at. And the only thing is you didn't have him here for 9 weeks. That's what you wasted.
Yeah, but now there's the reason I think you can be optimistic about the defense is now. You went from just being kind of blah on the defensive line to, they look good on the defensive line now because you got the 3 tackles rotating. And we ain't even talking about Solomon, who's had a pretty solid year for what you expected out of him. Ezraku is really coming on. And so, all of a sudden, they got some guys who can make some plays on defense. You saw a little bit of pass rush. On some third down.
Houston got to jump in on some. Yes.
Houston, that's one of the changes Shoddy made at the if you want to talk about when he said they were going to make changes at the bye, they played James Houston way more than they had all year.
Thank you.
Yeah. Which is what they should have done. But so when I think about just what you said here, naming the moves, Solomon Thomas in the way this rotation is fits perfect. This is what you want.
Yeah.
You're limiting his what
24 snaps a game, dog.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a terror.
So he comes out there, he's like your number 4 guy. You're young. But back when Jim Jeffcoat was here, when they were winning Super Bowls.
I know Jim Jeffcoat, thank you.
Part there, but still.
I thought you were going to say John Dutton.
Good old number. Was it 77 or 78?
78, baby.
78.
Yeah.
John Dutton, 78. But just when you had him in that rotation where you had a Jimmy Jones and a Russell Merrill and a Leon Lett, then Jeffcoat was
Chad
effective.
Hennings, you get no plays off.
Right. So that's and we saw a lot of the rotations in that football game against Vegas. And so, okay, Now you're able to help Eberflus out, and you're seeing a little bit of what they can be. Is it too little, too late? Who knows? But if they have to make a move, you've got to win this game.
You've got to win this weekend, and
you can't keep losing NFC games.
Eberflus wants pressure from the 3 technique. That he wants the 3 technique to be able to get upfield and be disruptive. To hit, I believe his exact quote has been in the past that the 3 technique is the most important position in his scheme.
Yeah.
So now that you've got that, and you've got Ezraku coming to his own, Clowney has knocked off the rust. Clowney's played well.
He's played well.
So now you've got the rotation, because Eberflus, like Marinelli, likes the heavy defensive line rotation. Aaron Whitecotton likes it too. So when you look at it now, it's like, okay, now you've settled on Quinnen, Kenny Clark, Osa, Solomon Thomas, and then you've got the edges of James Houston, Dante Fowler for situational stuff, Jadeveon Clowney, Donovan Ezraku. That's a rotation that should be advantageous against most offensive lines most weeks.
You ain't mentioned Sam Williams in there.
I was about to say.
You all saw the snap counts.
Hey, I made him my designated punt blocker.
Has anyone? When's the last time you saw a guy going into free agency and just really
He always been just a guy though, man. He's a hyped up dude. He got great measurables. He got talent. He'll flash you, but he ain't never done nothing.
He also had that knee tear, and we've seen a couple instances. While the ACL is something that you can come back from, it's not the 100% success rate. I don't think that a lot of people. We've seen guys struggle when they've come back. So I don't know. That was supposed to be the year that he was supposed to really hit, and then he tears his knee, and there's
he'll play in the league for 8 years or 9 years.
He'll be a situational guy. Yeah, he'll have. There's a guy here, Dante Fowler, who was considered for 6 years basically after being a top 5 pick. Just nobody that you could count on.
And I can envision him being a member of the Commanders next year, the Seahawks, if he's not back here.
Sure.
Somebody who's going to pick him up that knows what he can do and believes that whatever they can unlock what he has.
It makes too many bad plays to be on my team. Lots of coaches will tell you, good plays are great. But if you just avoid the bad plays, I can rock.
Sam has as many career personal fouls as he does sacks.
Boom. Bill Parcells would not have him around.
No. So if Bill ain't gonna have him around, I ain't having him around.
That's the thing I think about Sam.
Although he's a nice kid.
Yes, it's not personal.
No, we talking football.
Not show friends, it's show business.
We're talking football.
There we go. See,
but
football. I don't want him on my football team.
There's a couple of guys that you look at the roster, you say, hey man, you just kind of like, hey man, it's been good, any day now, any day.
You need help selling your crib? I got a realtor for you.
Right. Any day now. It's like that old Steve Harvey skit when you talk about firing white people versus black people. He says white people never see it coming. What happened? Come on. He said black people like, any day now. Any day. Probably it.
Yep. I can feel it.
It's like when Nico, I was talking to a staffer at the magazine. I said, what'd you think? Like that old Steve Harvey skit. It was like, any day now with Nico. Any day now. I'm like, dude, we were expecting this a while back.
It's been a minute.
Right. Any day now. I'm glad you saw it. The fan base told you. Any day now. Any day. And with Sam, it's just like Sam Williams, Trayvon Diggs. Any day now. It's probably be it for you,
When is Trayvon coming back?
If ever. Good question.
I ain't missed him, but if ever.
And so that's kind of the thing. Like, oh, you just said it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like he been gone for a minute.
Yeah.
It was very. It was very just uncertain and wishy-washy when they would talk about. Oh yeah, he'll be back at some point. When the timeline was not clear. Generally, with a concussion, you're not getting thrown on IR. That's not how it typically works. And so, but it clearly he was banged up. And I think they're just trying to figure out, all right, what do we want to do here?
When's the last time we saw a contract player like this go from, this all pro, to just
here in Dallas or period?
Yes. Where hey man, all pro guy.
Jalen Smith.
But he was never all pro.
Jalen Smith was a pro. He was really good.
All pro. Diggs led the league and he was all pro.
Yeah.
Not an alternate that got put on a Pro Bowl, but I mean like all pro dude. You're thinking elite, like, hey man, we're going to give you this contract because we think you're going to be a cornerstone of what we're building.
Most of us thought that Jalen Smith was, I'm gonna show Zeke I do sign people contract.
Yeah.
So he got it, but it's like, yeah, okay, you just try.
But he was coming off a Pro Bowl year. Him and Leighton in
yes.
2018, they were really good together.
Right.
But I mean, if not all pro, but if you want to talk a similarly steep decline pretty fast, that was Jalen.
Yeah.
In the NFL, the one that comes to mind is Albert Haynesworth.
Oof. Well, I mean, man,
that was karma.
To sign, I mean, why sign a guy $100 million? Tell him go play nose tackle. I'll never get that.
Because teams are dumb.
Yeah, that made no sense. I mean, you talk about paying a guy to do something that he didn't do before. I never got that, but I thought Diggs was going to be a cornerstone player here for a while, and I thought that. And I love Surtain at Alabama. He was fantastic. He's been everything I thought he would be. I thought they got themselves a steal in the second round. Got him on a nice deal contract-wise, and like, man, this guy's going to be here for the duration of the contract.
I don't think that's thought. I think that's completely accurate. Like all of that was accurate, and then it's
sports is fluid.
You get married, and
wow,
this isn't who I married. This person changed. I think that there's just some. I think there's some people who look around here and go like, this wasn't the person I was dating.
Let's go to commercial. Let's go to break.
This is the Meaty Mash on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Back to Media Mash.
Tostitos Teams bags, they're back. It's the official chip of the Dallas Cowboys. Get your local store, available for a limited time. Scan the QR code or visit. No, Bobby, I don't have the bag.
I was looking for it.
I'm tired.
We ain't seen the bag since you took the bag.
No, we have, but yeah. Visit FritoLayExperiences.com for a chance to win epic experiences all season long. One lucky Cowboys fan will win an epic game day experience and get to be a part of the Cowboys Thanksgiving Day traditions, courtesy of Tostitos. Got Post Malone performing at Thanksgiving Day today, so maybe they get to roll out there and go see Posty.
Rock star.
He's been doing a little more country lately. He's been a little more country.
That's what happens, man. They got what they need. Got what you needed. Just hanging with us for a minute. You don't need us no more. Go on. Doing the Kid Rock thing. Hey man, we need Christina Aguilera.
Hey, I remember he got asked to do the
down.
He was asked to be one of the XXL freshmen, and he's like, no, because he's like I'm genreless.
Like Travis Kelce,
Genreless. Was he Kaplan Asian too?
It's very he's very it's all the music's different.
Exactly.
I love him. I do. Yeah,
Great
I do.
Mm-hmm. Can't say I love him. Can't say.
I like him. He got a couple.
Yeah, I say he's got a couple hits, but it's like I would never go to a concert.
Oh, well, and I'd say this for people who don't like him, I think everybody's got to respect him as an artist, as somebody who is super creative and
to do what he's done and do what he has. And this has as hard as it is in this business. Do what he's done. It's been an incredible run. Okay, incredible run. But I don't know how you do concerts. I mean, I gotta really really like you to want to go because. You got to get there early. There's going to be somebody performing before and all that. Because it's going to take.
Well, you were a big Cranberries guy back in the day.
I couldn't tell you a song the Cranberries. I know who they are. I've heard of the Cranberries, but
Zombie.
Imagine Dragons, baby.
Imagine Dragons. I would go see. They performed out at FC Dallas, and I can't remember what it was. It was like, man, it's hot. Yeah, it's too hot. It was like August. So I'm like, I ain't gonna go die to see them, but I would go see them. But. Yeah, man, it takes a lot. If I go to a concert, I gotta really, really, really dig your music.
Smashing Pumpkins?
No, can't do that. Back when Van Halen was, I see
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5, I've seen. I saw them during the Super Bowl.
I go with you on that.
Okay, now Maroon 5 was great. Saw Maroon 5. No, man.
That's why people love the show. They never know what they're gonna get when they come back.
Yeah, no, man. I got some Maroon 5 here on the phone, baby. Harder to breathe. When they first came out with their album, so I was really good friends with a lady named Wendy Goodman and Delano. They were PR people for Sony. Mm-hmm. So all these groups would come in. So I got all these records. And like, hey, there's a new artist coming out here. And then when they come to town, they're like, hey, Newy, you want to go? And I was single. Like, sure. Remember one time when he's like, hey, he's got this new artist out, Alicia Keys. She's going to be over Six Flags. You want to go? Oh, I heard one of her songs. Sure. And so, and then, of course, you want to meet her? Yeah. So anyway, I meet her at Six Flags. I hey, fantastic show. Really appreciate meeting you. And I told Wendy, she'll never play here again. And she never.
So you was the dude she was singing about with the coffee?
I wish she was. No.
She gave you a little extra cream in the coffee?
There was no cream in the coffee. I'd have married her. But
oh, my bad.
Hey, get on that one. Remember, she's like, you want to see Luther Vandross? Yeah. I mean, that was the, you want to meet Usher?
The plug,
though. Oh, dude, I had the plug. Got to meet Usher, 2 feet tall. Got to meet Usher, go to the concert. I mean, I was living good back in the day, man. I was living good. I mean, I was single. Hey, you want to go to a concert? Take care of me, man. They would take care of me. So I was, but now it's like, I got to pay money. And I know. No. Was he want to go see Usher? No. Or I go see J. Cole. I buy one single ticket and go and do it that myself. Anyway, Eagles coming to town here. The Cowboys had the Eagles right where they wanted them. Offense with the football. Go ahead, run out the clock, win the game. CeeDee Lamb drops passes, they lose.
Luke Schoonmaker also didn't finish a catch on that drive.
Is he done?
Schoonmaker?
Yeah.
Schoonmaker played a decent amount this past week.
Okay, I guess not.
I mean, he's in there. He's in there oftentimes for blocking purposes, but he's in there.
So think about that, and then you had Schoonmaker was last year when he couldn't score over at the one, and just Schooney and the Eagles. That's kind of a problem. Michigan man.
Let me ask y'all this: am I the only one who understands where AJ Brown coming from?
No, yeah. I totally. To me, it's the same question. We've already invoked the Mavericks. Might as well do it with the Rangers. The Rangers, when they were playing okay earlier this year, and then you're like, yeah, but they can't hit. And this is gonna be. I love their pitching.
Right.
That's awesome. They're not gonna keep winning 2-1. There's gonna be some 1-0 games the rest of it, and that's what happens. So it's like when they're going well, it's like, why are you complaining? Look, they're competitive. Well, because this isn't sustainable. And right now the Eagles are not sustainable. They do need to start figuring some things out on offense. I get where A.J. Brown's coming from.
I viewed it as an even deeper part of that, which is, we winning, but we try and win a championship, and we can't win a championship with the way our offense is playing right now. Now, what's funny to me is if writers were writing that, the players would be all upset.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, look,
star receivers saying it.
It's very possible this is the passing game the Eagles had last year, and we just didn't get a chance to see it because Saquon Barkley was playing ridiculous, and now that Barkley's not that way, it's like, well, you've got underlined, and that's why you have to complain about those things sometimes. Like, if last year it was a problem, be like, hey, I know we're winning, but this also has to be fixed because there's going to come a time where Saquon's going to look like Larry Johnson instead.
Or Zeke.
You can feel the way you do, but when you go public like he does in that town, okay? In that town. If he was in Arizona complaining or Cincinnati, nobody cared. But you're in Philadelphia. They want that. They want it. And you keep going at it. It's very T.O.-like. And it just wears people down. And your quarterback has it. It's just, in my mind, I think it's very selfish. You can complain. John Stallworth complained. Remember watching one of the great NFL films, America's Teams, and John openly talked to us. Yeah, man, I was not happy. When up after a win, he goes up there and he complains to Chuck Nolan. Chuck says, John, we won the game. And, you want your catches. He says, Chuck, I'd like to think we can do both.
Yeah.
John was right. Super Bowl 14, Lynn Swann gets hurt, and John is amazing as they beat the Rams. But John didn't get out here and go public like this in such a way, which is just.
But he might have.
He did.
These players are coming up. No, but I'm saying these players are coming up in a different era with different access.
Okay, true.
It's a different world.
And so I just think that A.J. Brown is ultimately going to do more harm than good.
It's very possible. Look, I mean,
which is fine by me. I hate it for Hurts.
That's a complicated. I think when you talk to people who have been around the Eagles organization the last couple of years, it's a very complicated, delicate situation they have there at all times.
Ecosystem.
Yeah, and I think that it's the fact that they kind of held things together and had the success they did last year is honestly a really impressive job by that coaching staff. Sirianni, Kellen Moore, who was there, Vic Fangio. It was a job well done because it's a balancing act. And I don't know. I think that team that you saw play against the Lions the other night, if the Eagles are playing that way, Dallas can compete with them. Dallas can play with them this Sunday.
I think this has to be the last year A.J. Brown.
It probably is.
If I'm Jalen Hurts, I go, no. I go to the management. No more. No. They can find someone else. You've got Smith. They can go find someone else rather than take the slings and the arrows and all that you're putting up here, man. I mean, it's too much, man. It's too much. I just think ultimately it's too much. You're going to get through it now, but think about what we saw what Tony went through with T.O. It's just not sustainable.
Well, if he had been throwing the ball to Witten all the time, making no plays, he wouldn't have to do all this with
if they didn't have the cocktail napkin plays.
Yeah, he wouldn't have this problem. So, I mean.
This is, by the way, the second time I've heard T.O. invoked on a show I'm on this week, because I did say that's who I thought Pickens looked like the other night. When you talk
running through
not
folks?
Size, but the way he was catching the ball, cutting across the field, navigate, it looked like the way T.O. used to run.
It looked like he was playing throw-up tackle out there to me, man. It's like when you got that one guy.
I think he's better than the player.
What?
He's better than the player. Pickens.
Than T.O.?
Wow.
He's better than.
Well, this is all I'm going to say.
T.O. is, if you want to take full career on how he played, T.O. is a top 5 receiver of all.
That's what I'm saying. You can't have 1 year. You have to have a series of years.
That's fine.
And this can be the start of his series of years.
Okay.
And when he put together about 8 of them like this in a row.
You like that Alicia Keys concert? Was Nora Jones better? Nora Jones is great. Fine.
Was Demi better?
Give me Pickens.
Was Demi better?
That's all I'm saying. Just give me Pickens, man.
He's great.
I could like what I like.
Yeah.
I could like what I like.
All right. Did you like him? Did you like him not starting because he wasn't on to where he was supposed to be when he was supposed to be there? Did you like that?
I mean, Parcells will tell you, man.
I just asked.
Loris Taylor had his issues. Hey,
I just asked you if you liked it.
You know what? He did his job.
Did you like that dumbassery penalty after the great play? Did you like that too?
Loris Taylor had.
Because you gotta take the whole package.
That's right. I'll take the whole. I'll take the whole package.
I'm just saying.
I'll take the whole package. You know what I'll take is they have to go down the field again here to win the game. Is throw it to George Pickens 3 times. He'll go make the catch. Give me George Pickens.
Okay. I just want to know where you stand.
That's where I stand.
Pickens has been, if you want to just talk about in a vacuum this season, there is a case that George Pickens has been the best receiver in the NFL this year.
I think, let me see. Your boy up in Seattle been doing the damn thing.
Jackson Smith and Jigba has been way up there.
He's been doing the damn
kid.
thing. He's a Buckeye, and he's a Rockwall.
But he's a Rockwall kid.
And I saw him score 5 touchdowns in the first half against Allen, which was phenomenal. But anyway.
Biased.
I mean, he is leading the league. He got 1,100 yards. Ain't nobody else got 1,000. That's not biased. Those are facts. It just so happened that he went to the.
He's a great player. He's a great player.
I mean, I didn't invoke the other guys.
I was thinking while we were sitting here when you said you were talking about Schoonmaker and you called him Scooney, I was expecting Jock to go into Scooney Penn discussion.
No, there's no need to. We haven't been to the Final Four in a minute, so we don't need to talk about basketball right now. We're football school right now.
What kind of basketball?
We might get back to back. I mean, it ain't like we ain't been to the Final Four recently. Like it ain't like Carolina, man.
All that to say,
yeah.
If the offense is back the way it looked like it was back this week, if they're blocking things up, and you've got you've got a new, you basically had an entirely new middle of the defense this past week.
Yes.
Well, let me.
6 of the 10 snap leaders on defense this week did not play a single snap for Dallas 2 games ago against
I
Dallas.
like that.
Let's get a break in here. You have a thought. Okay, hold it for me.
With both hands.
Hold it.
It's heavy.
However, I don't know.
Yes, it is.
You got little hands, so you go ahead and handle it right there. We'll take care of it. Also, Bobby's got a thought on the Cowboy running back situation from earlier today from head coach Brian Schottenheimer. We'll do that next on the Media Mash. This is DallasCowboys.com.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has like all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to Media Mash.
Capture frame-worthy holiday photos with Santa at the Star, presented by Monument Realty. Santa will be spreading holiday cheer from November 21st all the way through Christmas Eve. For more information and to book your visit, head to thestardistrict.com/Santa. Register before December 7th to save $5. The Media Mash right here on DallasCowboys.com. You got Jacques Taylor, the author and former Cowboy beat writer. Got Bobby Belt of 105.3 The Fan, covers teams every single game.
I had a thought with two hands.
Go ahead, JJT. Think for me, baby.
Now, it seems to me, now this is not breaking news, but it seems to me that this game, even more than the others we've seen recently, is really all about both offensive lines. With Lane Johnson out, Philadelphia's offensive line banged up, Cowboys kind of getting their line together. It's who can handle the other team's defensive line. Now, before that wouldn't be a question because Cowboys' defensive line was a non-plus. Now it's a positive, and we'll see if the Cowboys can handle Philly's defensive line so that they can do something. But it's a game of offensive lines to me, and that'll be interesting.
Who can run? Who can establish the run?
Philly's had trouble doing that this year.
Now,
other than when Jalen was just scrambling on the Cowboys in week 1.
I have two questions about that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that, well, two things can be true, but do you think that's because their line has been beat up and hurt all year, or because, and this is my theory, your boy had like 450 touches last year, and at his age, which is 27
club,
and at 28 they fall off a cliff. But the number of touches, because he had like 100 carries and 5 or 10 receptions in the playoffs, in addition to all the work he did during the regular season, whether that has affected him this year.
Yeah. I think it does. Because, I mean, he had 482 touches between the regular season and playoffs last year.
Which is insane.
And so just based on that right there, because I think you're absolutely right. What Howie Roseman needed to do was bring in a complimentary back to say, hey, look, fantastic year. We won the Super Bowl, and we've just given you this contract here. We got to save you. We got to limit your pitch count.
When I did some research on this a few weeks ago, there's only been like 8 players who had as many touches as him in a season, in the last 20-something years. The following year, almost all of them were either hurt or they dropped off precipitously, like 500, 600, 700 yards because the workload is just so big. And there's only been big names who've done it.
Yeah, I mean, the first two that come to mind, Larry Johnson and DeMarco Murray.
Right.
And they both had real steep drop-offs the next year.
Who's the running back from Houston had a similar year?
Arian Foster.
He had one of those, but he was hurt the next
That was the script, though.
Oh, yeah,
What's the old line they say the body's only got so many hits in boxing. Yeah. You only got so many hits in you. And you can only take that much punishment, and that I do believe there's something there.
And the best one to me is Derrick Henry. The 2 years he's had his huge years, the next year he's been good, but it's been nothing remotely close to the huge years because it's like your body got I need a year to recover, and then I can get back to being my great self.
Well, and out of all those people we talked about, the only one who has a significant injury history is Saquon. And so Saquon coming off of already having a long injury history, then coming off of that kind of, toll that he took on his body and being as old as he was, it felt like a good bet that he was going to have a decline this year.
And it's very interesting as you guys bring up a fantastic point is with all the analytics and things that you can go and look at today, that someone like Howie Roseman, who I believe is a very smart GM in the National Football League, would not have invested a little bit more there to just simply say, hey, look, you know what, Saquon, you're our guy. We're going to give you this raise, but we've got to help. We've got to help you limit this a little bit. We got to cut it back just a little bit to help you play.
Here's
longer.
the data.
Yeah, to do that. Speaking of backup running backs, Jaden Blue of the Cowboys. A lot of people had high hopes for the running back from Texas, and Brian Schottenheimer had some interesting comments about him today.
Yeah, Jaden Blue has not gotten as many opportunities recently. Malik Davis is the one who got him on Monday night, and he was asked about Malik being over Jaden Blue, and one of the things he said was Malik has done an incredible job since he's got back. He's a personal protector. He's doing a great job. I think he's on 3 or 4 core special teams units. He's running well. He and Jaden will continue to compete, but right now when you're looking at the two, that's where Jaden has to understand until you're the guy, which at some point hopefully he is the guy, you've got to be able to impact the game in other ways. I think he understands that. Jaden is learning a lot about this league. He's always going to continue to compete and put his best foot forward. He doesn't have to like the decision if it goes against him to play someone else, but he's got to make sure he's always prepared to go play.
I had a thought the other day. I can't remember what I heard. Brian Schottenheimer said something, and I said to myself, I wish him success because he will give you some really good, authentic answers.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe he's so young in his career he hadn't turned to coach speak yet. Excuse me. But it seems as though he tries to really honestly answer questions as opposed to avoid answering questions.
Yeah, and I mean
without
his dad was generally I think thought of as being authentic throughout his career. And I think that he's told the story before to media, in the hallways, and he said it in front of a podium I think too. Of just when he came back here to Dallas, like when he got the job here in Dallas, a big reason why he wanted to do it and why he wanted to work with the defensive side with Dan Quinn was because he was like, I needed to find my connection with players again, and Dan is the best I'd ever seen at it. And I needed to get around that again and remind myself of who I was and how I need to be. And so I know there's been a recommitment for him to I got to be as authentic as possible at all times, and everything else will take care of itself.
Because that's a really good answer, which is, hey, dog, until you that dude, you need to be on 3 or 4 special teams, man.
Yeah.
In addition to knowing what you're supposed to do, and until you do that, dog, it ain't going to happen.
One of the great things that Parcells talked about when he was here is if I'm looking at a guy, a backup player like a James Blue, how many snaps am I getting? That was his whole thing. Yeah. You got to be giving me a lot of snaps, and if you're not, then I'm going to put somebody else on the roster. And let us give Malik Davis a whole lot of credit, because there was a time where I thought he was a better running back than Rico Dowdle was for the Cowboys. It looked like it early on when they were just both competing. And then he stayed ready. He's gone out there. He's been a true professional.
He's grown up too. I think early on when he was here, there were some questions for them. It's similar to probably what Jaden Blue's dealing with now. Like, do you know how to be a pro? Do you know how to handle things? And Malik Davis was in that spot at one point, and he grew up past it, and they saw that growth. And I think that's one of the things they actually really appreciate and respect about him.
And you know what, man? That happens a lot in this league. Guys have to just figure it out and get it, and it's not as easy as maybe it was when you were playing in college. But once again, I have a lot of respect for him because he stuck with it. And sometimes that's what you got to do. I remember when Keenan McCardell kept getting cut. Bill Belichick would cut him like 2-3 times a year, and he just stuck with it until he finally became a outstanding wide receiver and had a really good career. But it's perseverance. There you go. The word's perseverance. All right, JJT, appreciate you, man.
It's always good to see you, man. Hope you enjoyed your vacation.
Yes. 8 days in Vegas, baby. It's great. It's great. Loved it. Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, too.
Good to see you again. All right. We'll do it again tomorrow right here on DallasCowboys.com. I'm Newy Scruggs. Goodbye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?